Japan's film industry has always been a fantastic one. And it's also safe to say that some of the greatest directors of all time have hailed from Japan. Yet the 2020s, at least so far, have felt different, since arguably the 1950s, when filmmakers like Akira Kurosawa and Yasujiro Ozu were putting out various classics. There have always been Japanese films that have found success on an international scale. Nowadays, these breakout successes seem to be happening even more often. It could all change as the decade goes on, but right now, there is a sense that a particularly high number of great movies from the last several years were made in Japan. Exciting sci-fi, action films, and a few dazzling works of Japanese animation, all demonstrating the strength of Japan's film industry right now. The 10 best Japanese movies of the 2020 so far. Shin Kamen Rider 2023. The unsettling and satirical monster movie that was Shin Godzilla may not have spawned any Godzilla-centered sequels yet, but there have been other Shin movies released in its wake that are comparable. These have all involved Hideaki Anno in some capacity, as he co-directed 2016's Shin Godzilla, wrote and co-produced 2022's Shin Ultraman, and then wrote and directed Shin Kamen Rider in 2023. Fishman's 22-1. A thoroughly engaging and long documentary film about some legendary Japanese musicians. Fishman's is all about the legacy of its titular band. Fishman's might not be a household name across the world by any means, but the band did find a moderate amount of success throughout the 1990s in their home country of Japan. However, their frontman, Shinji Sato, tragically passed away in 1999, and Fishman ceased making new studio albums releases after this happened. Suzume 22-2. Anime films are still going strong and pushing the limits of imagination well into the 2020s, as a film like Suzume demonstrates. It's a film from the mind of Makoto Shinkai. He was responsible for editing, writing, and directing Suzume. And stands as another strong entry in his filmography, which also includes the likes of 5 centimeters per second 2007, Your Name 2016, and Weathering with You 2019. 7. Wheel of Fortune and Fantasy 2021. Telling 3 stories that all revolve around romantic interactions. Wheel of Fortune and Fantasy is a patiently paced yet undeniably moving film. It feels like one of those rare anthology movies where each segment is of high quality. And though all 3 segments are relatively grounded and not particularly explosive when it comes to drama, the believable performances and skilled writing ensure it all stays compelling. Six. Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time 2021. Neon Genesis Evangelion is a long-running series that has had its share of endings over the years. The original anime wrapped up in a rather abrupt and controversial way, and the eventual 1997 film, The End of Evangelion, proved to be a particularly dark and sometimes perplexing finale. 2. With Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time. Series creator Hideaki Anno tried once more to craft an ending that would prove fitting and well-received, and here he succeeded. Be the first to know about new content by subscribing. Five. Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes 2020. An underrated sci-fi comedy modern cult classic that more people ought to see. Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes is one of the most dazzling and mind-bending low-budget movies of all time. The entire thing occurs within and around a single building, and it's all presented in a way that looks like one continuous shot. It involves a unique form of time travel that lets a man see 2 minutes into the future on a monitor he has inside his cafe. Four. The Boy and the Heron 2023. It was a long time coming, 10 years to be precise, but Hayao Miyazaki's 12th feature film, The Boy and the Heron, ended up being worth the wait. This ambitious adventure, fantasy, drama film can stand tall alongside Miyazaki's other groundbreaking films, with the plot here broadly involving a young boy journeying into a strange realm after a family member goes missing, feeling unique in some ways and reminiscent of past Miyazaki films in other ways. Subscribe MovieTube channel. 3. Perfect Days 2023. Wim Wenders is an acclaimed German filmmaker who's made some staggering art house films over the last few decades, perhaps most notably with titles like Wings of Desire and Until the End of the World. His 2023 film, Perfect Days, is a co-production between Japan and Germany, and predominantly features dialogue spoken in Japanese, so it's probably fair to include it as a Japanese film. Two, Godzilla -1 2023. Given the series has been going on for almost 70 years and has now amassed close to 40 entries, surely the Godzilla movies are starting to feel tedious and repetitive, right? Wrong, very, very wrong actually, as the latest film in the series. 2023's Godzilla -1 goes to show. This one takes the series back to just after World War II, with events playing out in the late 1940s, which is the earliest any film in the series has been set so far. And 1. Drive My Car 2021. Ryusuke Hamaguchi's Wheel of Fortune and Fantasy garnered solid acclaim on an international scale, but it was his other 2021 release, Drive My Car, that proved to be a genuinely huge hit. Drive My Car is one of the best and most moving drama films in recent memory, and one of the most successful Japanese movies of all time, Oscar-wise, as it won Best International Feature Film while getting nominations for Screenplay, Director, and Best Picture, the first Japanese movie ever to be nominated for the last of those categories.